Didn't you invite a load of people to your house? Fans to your house? I heard that on the radio yesterday or the day before, but I didn't know whether it was fiction or not.
No, that's true.
That's true?
But how do you select them?
How do you get people to come around your gaff?
Well, basically, I got this idea before I finished the album, and I wanted to call it the 1989 Secret Sessions, because I knew before I finished the album that I was most proud of this album more than anything I'd done before, and so I wanted to give fans a chance to hear it before it came out, like a month before it came out, and I'd never done this before, but I wanted it to be all fans who had never met me before and had been like, I've been to 7 shows, I've never met you, I camped out on the street, I waited outside, I never saw you, whatever. Like, I wanted it to be these people who've been so dedicated, but I've never gotten to thank them in person.
We didn't get an invite, John.
No.
Maybe next time.
But
Next time.
But I just think, Taylor, you know, not to sound like worst-case scenario Andrea, but it sounds like a terrible idea. The worst idea. Was it all right?
Well, so the way that...
Yeah, never doing it again.
the way
The word you're looking for is no.
Actually...
No, you had fun. You liked it.
I found them on the internet for the...
Tinder.
Which is a...
Tinder. I don't know what you're talking about, Ken.
I would go online, I would look at their Instagram pages or their Tumblr or their Twitter or whatever, and just kind of watch them for months and months. And I'd go back and just... Just sort of cyber
This is weird.
And then I invited them over, and
they came.
And they came, and we've had them at every one of my houses, and
When did you first start having these feelings?
I have to say, well, this is sweet, right? So the fans, because the fans who go to do it, they then, of course, want to blog about it because they've had this amazing experience.
Of course.
But when they blog about it, it's borderline confusing on whether they had a good time or not. So here are some of the blog things. So we were asked to go to the living room, sit down, not know how much I was sweating during that moment. I was like, the fuck is going to happen? My poor heart could not keep up. Then all of a sudden, she just pops up out of nowhere. She appeared out of thin air like David Copperfield, and we all died, like, for real. Wait, there's more. This one. So she said she'll be playing her album for us. Let me tell you, the noise that came out of my mouth was not human. I legit almost told Mama Swift to call me an ambulance because I wasn't going to make it.
I love them so much because they always talk about dying.
Yeah, I died.
They're like, rest in peace me, R.I.P. me, I died dead.
Yeah. We took a little break, and she was passing around Rice Krispie treats and cookies, and I was talking to her mom for a little, and then I walked back in, and she was like, hey, babe, thanks for coming. Do you want a treat? And I was like, I would, but I think I'm dead.
They're amazing.
This is brilliant. Mid-sentence, she stopped talking and pointed to Amanda and said, Amanda, I'm so glad you're here. Amanda died. Right there, she died. And finally, guys, just wait for the one she did with Imogen Heap, because damn, that one slayed everyone to heaven and back. While listening to the song, I literally had to plan my funeral arrangements because I wasn't going to make it. Right on the 60s. Very good. I love them.
Those were so funny, I think I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die right here, just dead.
Now, do you know people on the couch? Do you know Brendan O'Carroll?
I do.
Have you met?
I do. I've met Vicky a few times.
That I know, old bargain bucket there, yeah. Yeah, she does that. And now, you have met.
We've met before, and you got the pyjamas I sent you. I'm glad to see you. And they look better on you than they would on me.
It's a nice inn.
Now, we were talking about celebrity having honours. There's a few statues here. Of course, there's a beautiful tram, but do buy a ticket. But Harry, I don't know if you're aware of this, in LA, there is a beautiful monument. Are you familiar with the monument commemorating?
Is it the puke thing?
It's the puke thing. There it is. Harry Styles threw up here. And apparently, it was a few years ago, but they're replacing it. When it gets that, if it ever rains, they replace it, the fans, with the thing. And is it true? Did you throw up there?
I did throw up there, yeah. I think my mum put that sign up.
And like that is so odd.
It's interesting, for sure.
Yeah.
A little niche, maybe. Yeah, I mean, they're amazing.
Yeah, because
I don't know what to say.
No, because all those people on eBay selling your air, the air you.
I didn't know what you were going to say there now for a second. Shedding your vomit, it comes in little bottles, you know. Harry, there you go, Harry vomit.
What's that smell? And what did you do with your pocket money? Because Ed Sheeran, you now went on your gap year, I guess. It was kind of a gap year.
Yeah.
Did you know how long it was going to be when you went on it? Because what did you do? So you came off social media.
I got rid of my phone completely. Still don't have a phone. Should try it. It's
Well played, man.
It's decent.
Way to sober up on that, huh? Seriously.
Yeah. No, it's good. I bought an iPad, and now I just do emails.
Okay.
But, so I got rid of my phone completely, and then was like, I want to go to the countries where I've been to and toured and only seen a dressing room, a venue, and a bar. And then, Australia was one of those. Like, I'd never been to the Sydney Opera House or like gone to Barrier Reef properly, or even like Gold Coast or anything. So I rented a Mini and drove up the coast. And then I did like New Zealand and then Japan for like 2 months. Iceland, which is great. Everyone should go to Iceland.
Yep.
And there was a lot of death wish, I feel, in your trip.
Iceland was the death wish. I put my foot in a boiling geyser up a volcano. I was walking up. It's on my 25th birthday, and I went to Iceland to see the Northern Lights. And I went up to the top of the volcano, and we were kind of walking around, and they were like, "Right, don't go off the path because it's dangerous." And I was like, "Okay." Didn't really clock it, and then I saw a little pool of water that was kind of bubbling, and I was like, "That's quite cool, volcano bubbling." Walked over, they were like, "Don't walk over there." I was like, "Why?" And slipped, the ground collapsed.
Oh, that's
and
so scary.
I don't know if you've ever had an experience where you felt like you're going to die, but it literally like went slow motion. I was like, right, that's it. I was wearing steel-cap Timberland boots, so it slipped in, and I kind of fell on the side and pulled it out, and I just felt melting, and I was like, oh my God, screaming. And they were like, don't take it off, and I was like, why? And I took my sock off, and all the skin came with it. And then, okay, so even worse.
That's not the end of the story! Even worse!
I get helicoptered out, and they put a skin graft on it because there's literally no skin, and I'm kind of like shaking like this in bed, like trying to get to bed, but I'm kind of like having real and like in bed, and then I just pass out, and then I wake up to the tannoy of the hotel being like, right, there it is, folks, the greatest sighting of the Northern Lights in the last 20 years. That won't be happening again for a while.
I was hoping the announcement was, there it is, folks, Ed Sheeran with a burnt foot.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad, but it's
Wow.
yeah, I couldn't.
Is it all right now?
Is there scarring?
Yeah, it just kind of looks like that.
Take your word for it. You're good.
So you checked out for a year and did
Yeah,
travel.
took a whole year off.
Because?
I don't know. I kind of
Is this turned into a job interview?
I kind of got to the end of a 5-year tour and literally had everything to show for it professionally and nothing to show for it personally.
Fair play.
I kind of like
Yeah, man.
I had all these kind of accolades and plaques, and I was kind of like, wow, everything's good, and everyone's like, oh, so what are you up to when you get back home? And I was like, no idea. Like I don't know. And they were like, how was Australia? I was like, well, I could tell you about this bar or like the plane, and I'm sure you've got that. So yeah.
No, I asked because I've taken a bunch of trips where I needed to go, one, let memory catch up with me, two, check in with just me, go to places where you're anonymous, where you're not, you know, we live in a world of mirrors.
Very many places with you, right? That you're
There's a few in Africa I've found. But I mean, yeah, I know what you mean.
Japan was the one for me. Like, I literally looked at a sales list of where I'd sold albums, and Japan was like, I was like, I'm going there.
There we go.
It is crazy that your 10th album, that is the title track of the 10th album.
Yes. 10.
But what's crazier is, so here's the album, and a lot of them, just look at the state of you on the cover of that. Look at that.
Is that you?
Absolutely.
Prove it.
Literally out. Emma. Oh, no, he's done it.
It is him.
Emma, like, like Jackie magazine in 1978, it comes with a fold-out poster. It does now. It comes with a poster.
I grew up on Jackie magazine.
Look at that. You can have that. You can have that.
Give it to me.
Now, can I just say that you are letting 50-year-old men down because this isn't supposed to be going on. You're supposed to let that go about, I don't know, 25. Is it incredibly hard to stay in that shape?
I find it easy, actually.
You know, I eat healthy, I take care of myself, you know, trying to go for the next 50.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you're doing that when you're 100, that's just wrong. Neither of us want to be here then.
Fortunately, none of us will be. You may be.
He will be.
Yes, absolutely.
He'll be doing a farewell tour. He'll be like, here we go. Strut.
Might be more like limp.
With a travelator going across the front of the stage. Look at him lifting a foot. Now, but here's the thing.
Yes.
You wrote these songs while filming Hunger Games?
Yes, yes, yes.
But how is that possible? Is it just that much hanging around?
I had to stay awake for 2 weeks because, as you all know, those actor hours are quite ridiculous.
Hellish.
And I'm up at 5 in the morning and working till the evening. And I started to hear this music at night. And I thought maybe it would just be one song, but they kept coming and coming. So at that point, I have the choice of either letting it go or not sleeping. So I stayed up for 2 weeks, wrote the album, and that's how it went. It happened very quickly.
So you did it all just on the phone, on your own phone?
Yeah, on the just recording on the iPhone, just putting all the bits down, all the parts, all the orchestrations. And then I went down to the Bahamas where my studio is and recorded the album.
And
the Bahamas, where my studio is. I just had to point that out. That's the coolest line I've ever heard anyone say.
You're invited anytime.
Lenny, she will show up.
No, okay, you know that's not...
Not a problem.
This isn't some showbiz, fling. This is serious, It's like...
She wouldn't want to see the studio, though.
They've left the couches in the studio.
Twiddle a few knobs.
School is nearly over now, too.
Yeah, I'm graduating. I finish... I kind of mark my school differently. Most people do it semesters. I do it by movies or tours. So at the end of the next movie is when I'm done with school.
How do they discipline you at school? If you get like a bad grade, like, oh, you got a C, what are you going to do about that? Go and do a movie.
Go and do it. My teacher, it's actually weird because I'm a little bit of a workaholic. She threatens my work permit. She's like, I will not sign it if you don't do it. And I'm like, dang it. She's here. You can beg her if you want.
Is she really here?
Yeah.
Your teacher follows you around?
You have no idea. She pops up in places that I'm like, why are you here? I'll be in an elevator. I'll have no idea. I'll go all the way from the States to here and have no idea she's there, and she'll pop up and be like, are you ready for school? And, the last time, he's obviously Justin Bieber. She got on to Justin the last time we were at Good Morning America or The View. She was like, is your teacher here, Justin? Have you done your school today? Do you need me to sign your permit? And I was like, you're embarrassing me in front of the Biebs. And my little sister was like mortified.
She's sort of half teacher, half stalker.
Yeah, half
Mostly irritating.
Yeah.
How old is Justin Bieber? 15? 16?
He's 16.
He's 16. And you manage him?
No. Actually, my partner manages him.
But it's your label he signed to?
Yeah. Yes. We managed to run across him on the internet. YouTube is how we discovered him.
Really?
I have a really, really great story to share with you.
Oh, yes.
We met. Where were we?
I think AMAs.
We were at the AMAs, and I'm like on Molly. I'm like, listen, I got this kid. I'm telling you, trust me, this kid is going to be huge. You better call me back. I'm going to give you my number. Let's talk. Let's figure it out. So she just kind of brushed me
Actually, I believe you. I gave you my number, and I never got a text.
No, actually, I did send a text. I didn't get a response.
Ooh, I change my number quite frequently. I'll do that again. And now apparently it's everywhere that I'm dating Justin Bieber. So, he prank called me, not realizing the time difference yesterday. At like 3 o'clock in the morning. And you're about to have no more Bieber fever, because I was about to kill. He kept ringing.
So the real Justin Bieber was calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, and I thought I was like yelling, because I thought it was someone that because my number gets out. That's probably why I didn't respond, it's because I changed it. So I changed my number, and he kept pranking me. And I really did believe it was like a kid or something. So I was like, I can't really yell because I think it's a kid, but I'm not really sure. So finally I was like, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. And he's like, ha, 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 ha. It's Bieber. Call me back. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hurt this kid. No matter how much my little sister loves him, I'm going to kill him.
Mr. Justin Bieber, everybody! Genius. Thank you very much. It's fantastic. Thank you for doing that. Big congratulations.
Thank you.
That's all. It's #1 everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. No, and that must be like it must be a relief because
No,
you
it is.
bring out new material and yeah.
It feels really good to just have people accept the music and not be about, you know, my personal life, but be about the music. And that's why I started in the first place. So it feels really good because I'm growing up and my music is growing up. And it just feels fun. Yeah.
And you're out here and you're busting a move. Do you find that, like, because obviously the voice was why we know you.
Yeah.
Is that easy for you, the dancing stuff?
Honestly, what's hard is singing and dancing and trying to breathe all at the same time. Because I'm forgetting to breathe because I'm so conscious of, like, the moves and my voice. But I'm getting better at it.
Good. We don't want to lose you, not on my watch.
No.
Okay. And that song, What Do You Mean? I like it, 'cause it's your little cry from the heart to the women of the world.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what they mean. Is that the thing you don't?
I never know what they mean. I never know what they mean.
But all boys don't know what girls mean.
Yeah, that's why we needed an anthem.
I know just boys walking down the street, what do you mean?
Yeah, next time you're in an argument with anyone, just be like, yo, what do you mean?
See, that's the great thing about boys. You know exactly what they mean. It's all good. Now, new album, Purpose, that's out November the 13th.
Yep.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it is. Hey, that's the thing. And presumably you'll come back and tour with this, won't you?
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm going to actually come back to London and tour here as well.
Oh, excellent. Please come and see us again, Justin. We love having you here. Oh, thank you so much. Justin Bieber, everybody! Wow, that's a lot of silver. Are you very hot?
I feel a little bit like a rotisserie chicken, but other than that, it's all good.
Yeah, sounding great, looking fabulous.
Thank you.
Now, the new single, that's Don't Start Now, we just heard, that's out now, right?
Yes, it
And
is.
album?
The album's coming next year.
Oh, it's next year?
Yes,
Oh,
but
I'm so
you'll
cynical.
find out the title in a month, and it's like a very like nostalgic disco-orientated album. And once the album title's out next month, I feel like it will make a lot more sense.
And since you were last here, like Dame Julie Andrews, you now have 2 Grammys.
Wow.
Yes. And you performed them. Did you perform them tonight?
I did, yeah.
So what is that? I mean, that must be so stressful to be up for awards and having to perform, and it's all live.
It's terrifying, honestly. And I only found out I was going to perform on the Grammys a week before the Grammys.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, oh, my God, what am I going to do? I literally didn't have time to think about anything. I was just like, OK, I'm going on the Grammys. Don't mess this up.
So where's the Grammy now?
Oh, yes, good question.
Yes. It's at home.
Where? In the attic?
No. No, it's in my living room.
Nice.
Oh, both of them, right?
Yes.
Yes, you have got both.
I do.
Are they beside each other, or are they bookends?
No, they're next to each other.
No, they'd be lonely otherwise.
They would be really lonely.
Yeah. Who wants 1 Grammy? Well, I'm sure there are more Grammys in your future. Thank you for that fabulous performance.
Thank you
and
so
good
much.
luck
That's
with the
very
album.
kind.
Dua Lipa, everybody! Woo! Bruno Mars, and this will surprise you that I've done this much research. I hear it's not your real name.
It's not my real name.
It's not his real name.
They caught me.
OK, that's all for tonight. So what were you? What were you called?
Peter.
Peter. So where did the Bruno come from?
Bruno, I was a chubby baby, and there was a wrestler in my dad's day named Bruno Sammartino. I don't know if you're familiar. You familiar with Bruno?
I do know. I remember that wrestler, yes.
And he was a stocky guy, and I used to walk around like a little bulldog, my dad said, so he'd always call me Bruno Sammartino. Mars just kind of came joking around in the studio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Saying I'm out of this world.
And well, people don't realise, they might have thought we were being stupid playing Billionaire when you come on, but you wrote Billionaire and you've written loads of songs apart from...
Yeah, quite a few this year.
Yeah. Now, call me lazy, but isn't that a much better way to go? Just write songs for other people. You make the money, you don't have to do the stupid touring.
You know what it is? I love that.
Go on, what other songs have you written? Come on, tell us, because Billionaire was a huge hit, wasn't
I
it?
wrote Thriller, Purple Rain, I'm just...
Jimmy's going, wow, that is impressive. Yeah, happy birthday.
Wait,
That's
can we
his.
see if this? Can we see if this is a wig?
It's not a wig, but it's definitely been in that thing.
No, I recently did a song for CeeLo called F.U. I don't know if you guys heard that.
God.
That was you. That's a great song. That's amazing.
I'm sorry.
Hear that?
Why would you...
I'm obsessed with that song.
Awesome.
Obsessed.
Why would you give that song away, though? Because you're a singer and a solo artist.
Well,
Why would you
It
give
wasn't
it away?
given away. We had a session booked with him, and we started jamming, and that was the song we came up with.
Have you heard this song?
No.
What?
It's extraordinary. This is a great song.
If only we
I'm
had
not
someone
good on
here that
modern
could
stuff.
sing it. Come on, give us a burst.
I see you driving around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, how cool is that?
You know, because there, you know, I don't mean any disrespect, but there are people of a certain age who don't know BTS. So just in case you are thinking I'm making this up, this is the new cover of Time magazine. Like that. Have you been on Time magazine?
I have been in Time magazine.
Yeah. Anyone know the cover? No?
No. Just don't.
So, and you also, you had the honor of speaking at the United Nations.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And was that was kind of part of BTS's message?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to say that, you know, life always had the dilemmas of, you know, we always have to have the pain inside, because when the light comes, we always have the shadows. We cannot be avoided from that. So I just want to tell that we should find the way to love ourselves of our own. Then, of course, especially the youth, gonna be more happy, and we could live a good life. So that was the message.
Yeah. People are really responding to that message.
I'm giving them my shirt.
Okay. There we go. It's on this shirt. There we go. Lovely. There we go. Things I didn't think I'd be doing today. Arm-dressing Whoopi Goldberg.
It's like Sandra Bullock all over.
And I'm giving you this to say thank you for all of the joy you're bringing.
Oh.
This.
Wow.
This is my design. Okay. And if you look closely, it's all about movement and people. It's for you. Thank you.
Oh, that's so lovely.
You know,